All of humanity's problems stem from man's inability to sit quietly in a room alone. The heart has its reasons which reason knows not. Lust is the source of all our actions and humanity. Men never do evil so completely and cheerfully as when they do it from religious conviction. I would prefer an intelligent hell to a stupid paradise. To make light of philosophy is to be a true philosopher. Kind words don't cost much, yet they accomplish much. People almost invariably arrive at their beliefs not on the basis of proof but on the basis of what they find attractive. I lay it down as a fact that if all men knew what others say of them, there would not be 4 friends in the world. Curiosity is only vanity. We usually only want to know something so that we can talk about it. Truth is so obscure in these times, and falsehood so established, that, unless we love the truth, we cannot know it. Few friendships would survive if each one knew what his friend says of him behind his back. When one does not love too much, one does not love enough. To ridicule philosophy is really to philosophize. Man's sensitivity to the little things and insensitivity to the greatest are the signs of a strange disorder. It is man's natural sickness to believe that he possesses the truth. Few men speak humbly of humility, chastely of chastity, skeptically of skepticism. Do you wish people to think well of you? Don't speak well of yourself. The greater intellect one has, the more originality one finds in men. Ordinary persons find no difference between men. Man is equally incapable of seeing the nothingness from which he emerges and the infinity in which he is engulfed. Clarity of mind means clarity of passion, too. This is why a great and clear mind loves ardently and sees distinctly what it loves. The heart has its reasons which reason knows nothing of. We know the truth not only by the reason, but by the heart. Love knows no limit to its endurance, no end to its trust, no fading of its hope. It can outlast anything. Love still stands when all else has fallen. People are generally better persuaded by the reasons which they have themselves discovered than by those which have come into the mind of others. Nature has made all her truths independent of one another. Our art makes one dependent on the other. Justice without force is powerless, force without justice is tyrannical. Men are so necessarily mad, that not to be mad would amount to another form of madness. There are only 2 kinds of men, the righteous who think they are sinners and the sinners who think they are righteous. In difficult times carry something beautiful in your heart. Distraction is the only thing that consoles us for miseries, and yet it is itself the greatest of our miseries. Contradiction is not a sign of falsity, nor the lack of contradiction a sign of truth. Even those who write against fame wish for the fame of having written well, and those who read their works desire the fame of having read them. Those honor nature well, who teach that she can speak on everything. Our nature lies in movement, complete calm is death. Nature is an infinite sphere whose center is everywhere and whose circumference is nowhere. The heart has reasons that reason cannot know. We must keep our thought secret and judge everything by it, while talking like the people. Men seek rest in a struggle against difficulties, and when they have conquered these, rest becomes insufferable. There is enough light for those who only desire to see, and enough obscurity for those who have a contrary disposition. Nothing is so intolerable to man as being fully at rest, without a passion, without business, without entertainment, without care. God instituted prayer to communicate to creatures the dignity of causality. In faith there is enough light for those who want to believe and enough shadows to blind those who don't. Passion cannot be beautiful without excess. One either loves too much or not enough. Words differently arranged have different meanings, and meanings differently arranged have different effects. Man's sensitivity to little things and insensitivity to the greatest things are marks of a strange disorder. No religion except ours has taught that man is born in sin. None of the philosophical sects has admitted it. None therefore has spoken the truth. The power of a man's virtue should not be measured by his special efforts, but by his ordinary doing. He that takes truth for his guide, and duty for his end, may safely trust to God's providence to lead him aright. We run carelessly over the precipice after having put something in front of us to prevent us seeing it. A trifle consoles us, for a trifle distresses us. Happiness can be found neither in ourselves nor in external things, but in God and in ourselves as united to Him. All human evil comes from a single cause: man's inability to sit still in a room. Kind words do not cost much. They never blister the tongue or lips. They make other people good-natured. They also produce their own image on men's souls, and a beautiful image it is. Imagination magnifies small objects with fantastic exaggeration until they fill our soul, and with bold insolence cuts down great things to its own size, as when speaking of God. Each man is everything to himself, for with his death everything is dead for him. That is why each of us thinks he is everything to everyone. We must not judge nature by ourselves, but by its own standards. We desire truth and find within ourselves only uncertainty. We know the truth, not only be the reason, but also be the heart. We make an idol of truth itself, for truth apart from charity is not God, but His image, and an idol that we must not love or worship. Fire. God of Abraham, God of Isaac, God of Jacob, not of the philosophers and the scholars. I will not forget thy word. Amen. For more quotes, like, share and subscribe.